Hey, guys. What's going on? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It is your chief visionary, Natasha Davis, right here, live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Wanted to send you a happy Thursday. We are checking into the real biz life this morning. What's going on? It's been a good day. Built on faith. Good morning. Good morning. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It is time for a day in the life of business. And we are going to talk about some really cool stuff. And if you have not invited someone to come and hang out with us, I encourage you to do so. Go and get somebody to come hang out with us and come and learn the good, the bad, the ugly, and the possible in business, because we are going to dissect it right here inside of my business lab. Definitely looking forward to that. And listen, you know what time it is. You know we have to loosen up. You know we have to get into the zone. You know that it's been a full week, right? And so we have to get our joints moving before we jump into the business lab, right? And so I want you to just kind of get in the zone with me, and don't be afraid of it, because music is good for your soul. Come on, listen, clap with me. Yes, can y'all hear my tunes? If you can't hear it, you got to say something, because you're gonna miss out on the energy. Yes, can you hear me? All right, guys, let's get into it. You know what I like to say? Who says you can't have fun in business? They lied. It's a lie. You can have a bunch of fun. And then we could jump into the business lab, because today we are going to talk about some things that really matter. What happens when the B word gets dropped in a business meeting? What? Oh my goodness. What do you do? What do you do? Do you just look and say, "Ooh"? Come on with me now. Loosen up. It is Thursday. We are in a whole new month. A whole new month. Can you believe it? Look how far we've come. We got to say blessings, because we made it, right? Come on. You want to be thinking about some things. If you're working at the car wash, do you own it? Hello, somebody. Ooh. Let's go, guys. Sometimes work gets hard, and then you get into the business meeting, and then all of a sudden that B word gets dropped, and you're like, oh man, now I got to get serious. Working at the, come on with me. Let's go. Car wash, yeah. What's up? Ooh, yeah, come on. Wait, do you know who's singing? Who dropped this tune? Put it in the chat room for me. Who dropped this tune? All right, guys, it's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis, and I am really excited about today, because we are going to talk about some stuff that sometimes people don't really like to get into. I like to get into people's business, right? Loosen up with me. Come on. We're going to get that good soul food, right? Music, before we get into the seriousness of it. Got into that business lab. Y'all know I love music. It just sets you on fire. Gets your brain jumping, right? That good music makes you say, wait a second, what's my strategy? Yes, it is. Come on, guys. All right. You know what? We need to get serious. We need to go inside the business lab. Come on, guys. All right, let's get going. That's enough of the shenanigans. Enough of your shenanigans. Enough of those shenanigans. We have to get to work. Listen, happy Thursday to you. Blessings upon blessings. I hope you have had a phenomenal week. I hope that your brain has been jumping. I hope you've been catching some of the replays so that you can be applying all of these hashtag golden nuggets bit by bit, nugget by nugget, right? Just giving you all this yummy stuff, right? All right, so today we need to dissect some things. When we are in a business meeting, what do you do when the B word gets dropped? When the B word shows up at the business meeting? When you are like, really? That's what we're going to do? Right? What do you do when you are in that meeting, in that setting? You got your head right. You know, you came prepared. You came prepared. And then all of a sudden, the B word hits the table. You know, it's like you got to sit up. You got to get serious, right? Now it's time to get serious. So what are we talking about? What's that B word? What's that B word? Because see, now you in business, they hit the B word. Now you got to sit up, right? What's the B word? When you're in that business meeting and the conversation is flowing, questions start to get asked, right? And then so-and-so across from you, maybe slightly to your left, you know, over to your left, you know, one seat over to your left, drops the B word. Room's quiet. You're getting serious now. You're like, that's what you're going to do right here, right now? Well, let me give you an answer, right? What's the B word? The chief visionary is talking about, where's the budget? What's up with the budget? Yeah, see, y'all need to stop playing. Get your life right, right? Keep your head straight and clean. We in a business meeting. What other B word could there be besides brand, budget, business, benefits? See, y'all play too much, right? So when you're in that business meeting and you sit here and they're talking about stuff and they turn to you and they say, what's up with the budget? You have got to have your head right, because if you can't answer the question, now we in a whole nother world, right? So what I want to talk about today is budgeting, the budget, the business budget. It is imperative that your business has a budget for the present and a budget for the future. Now, you know, I like to talk about these things. It is imperative that you have a budget for the present and a budget for the future. So let's dissect this a little bit. When we are budgeting for our success, we have to get very meticulous, very focused, very intentional, right? And so in the current moment, I'm here in this current moment. Do you know what it costs to operate your business from month to month? Do you know? Quarter to quarter, right? So how much does it cost you to operate your business in Q1? How much does it cost to operate in Q2? Last year, did you operate more or less? Right? What happened? Understanding the financial infrastructure of your business, large, medium, small, startup, stabilize, or scale phase. You have to understand the financial infrastructure of your company, of your enterprise, of your business. When I have the honor of working with individuals and companies and leaders, I within that first 30, 45 days, I want to know about the finances, what's going on with the financial infrastructure of the company. Because let me share something with you. Without a budget, you can't make good decisions. You're just flying by the seat of your pants. Budgets help you to make good decisions, right? It's kind of like stepping on a scale. Okay, people, you know, you get on that scale, you got to weigh yourself, and then you think to yourself, all right, now, based on what this scale is telling me, I don't think I should be eating this pizza, right? I'm going to stretch for the what? Salad. Okay. So your budget is just like a scale. When you step on it, you step on the scale and you're like, uh-oh, let me opt to get the salad versus the pizza. Or better yet, I'm not going to have the cake for dessert. Let me get some coffee with no creamer, right? So you're, I'm cracking up over here. So anyway, the budget operates the same way. And your budget helps you to make a good decision about the business. It helps you to understand, right? Will I make this higher this quarter, next quarter, or next year? Yes. Will I purchase this item this quarter, next quarter, or next year? Here's what the budget also shows you. How many more clients do we have to have next quarter and next year? Your budget is your best friend. And regardless of the size of your company, regardless of the number of people you have on your team, even regardless of the years you've been in business, having a budget is your best friend because it helps you to make good business decisions, right? Have a budget for the current and then for the future. So here's what I'm talking about. You have this budget that shows you here's what we're currently doing. And then you also have a plan, a strategy to tell you here's what we're going to do next year. Well, along with that strategic plan, along with that launch plan, along with that go-to-market strategy, along with that new hire strategy, attached to that must be a budget because it costs to implement a strategic plan. Don't be fooled by anyone. It costs to implement a strategic plan. It costs time. It costs money. And so understanding what you're doing in the current time and then helping you to plan to make decisions for the future. As we're getting ready to cross into a new year, you should have a budget ready for the new year. Your budget will guide you, right? So let's explore something. Y'all remember back in physics class? Y'all remember back in physics class way back when, right? So back in physics class, one of the things we learned about was what the law of action and reaction, right? We learned about Newton's law, right? It's the third law of physics. So we learned about Newton's law, and it says for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So let's dissect that and put that into perspective with the budget. Okay, so let's think about this. In your head, you're saying, I'm going to make an extra 6 figures next year, or when we launch this product, or we launch this new service, or we launch this business, we're going to bring in an extra 6 figures, right, for the next year. However, when we stop and we look at what we're doing to get there, it's nothing. There's been no strategy, there's no plan, there's no budget, there's no talk about it. And so you have infused nothing into it. So therefore you will get back nothing. Newton's law tells us this. It is the size and the force of the action. The first action is going to then give you the size and the force of this next action. Y'all with me? So the law of action and the law of reaction, the law of force, the law of acceleration in motion, right, applies as well to your budget and applies as well to how you manage your business. If you do not infuse a big size and a big force of action, you can't receive a size and a force of the reaction, because the action that I have implemented has been menial, it's been tiny, it's been insignificant. And so therefore the reaction is going to be in the same size and force. Newton's law. And for those that think it's not real, you need to wake up, because it is real. It is physics. It is how things work. We often hear in life how things work, but let me share with you, in all honesty, we don't get in life what we deserve. We've heard that. We don't get in life what we wish for, right? You get in life what you work for. Okay, that's your chiefology right there. Hashtag chiefology dropped for you this morning right here on The Real Biz Life Live. Right? You don't get in life what you hope for and what you wish for. You get in life what you work for. And until you work for what you are really going for, you will not receive it. Until you implement the size and the force of the energy that you need for what you want, you will not receive the size and the force of what you're looking for. Are y'all with me? This is the real biz life. See, a lot of times people like to talk about all this fluffy stuff around starting a business and then scaling a business and all that stuff. We like to get to the real nitty gritty right here. It doesn't matter if you've been in business 1 year, 10 years, or 15 or 20 years. It doesn't matter if you are making 50,000 or 500,000. The Newton's law still applies. Having a budget still applies. So when you're in that business meeting and the B word drops, you need to be ready. You need to drop a sizable and a forceful budget so that you can receive a sizable and a forceful reaction. If you are planning to grow your business, if you're planning to start something, if you're launching a product or service, if you are looking to scale your business, you got to be able to talk about money in, money out. How are we going to get to that next stage? What are we going to do? As I've said, whenever you are planning to move from point A to point B, a strategic plan, an action, anything, right? It's going to require time and it requires money. You have to know what that cost is. You know what we say, Kingdom kids, you got to count the costs, right? You got to count the costs. You don't build a house on what? On straw. Come on with me now, right? So here's what I'll say to you. Remember that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Remember that what you pour in, the size and the force of what you pour in is what you're going to get out. And so therefore, I empower you this day to go forth and to build a business that can do nothing else but excel and succeed. And how do you do that? You apply intention to it. Be strategic with it. Don't just coast along the way. Don't coast. Don't hope, wish, and pray it's just gonna happen. Okay? Don't do that, because in life, in business, you're gonna get what you work for. Right? So put the work in and make it happen. Yes? All right, guys, it's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis, right here. It is the Real Biz Life. I like to come in and share some intelligence with you, some insight, some perspective, make you think about some things, getting ready to roll into the weekend. You're thinking, she done made me think about some things, right? All right. So listen, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I invite you to come and hang out with me over on YouTube. Impact Branding Videos. Impact Branding Videos is where I want you to subscribe to, because I want you to think big. I want you to build momentum, and I want you to scale very fast, right? So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Impact Branding Videos. Instagram, if you go to link in bio, it's a click of a button. Click, click, click of a button, right? All right, guys. Now listen, sometimes you're looking for additional tips. You want that stuff to hit your inbox. Go ahead and log on to getbrandingandmarketingtips.com. That's getbrandingandmarketingtips.com. And you're going to get some really valuable branding and marketing tips in your inbox every couple weeks, because sometimes we need to hear some things. We need to be pushed to the next level, right? All right, guys, I hope this has been valuable to you. You know that I do it for my culture. All right. One love, one heart. Let's get together so we can do what? We can be all right. You ready? Come with me. Ready? One love. Come on, guys. One heart. Oh, them say, let's get together and do what? Feel all right. We're going to be all right. Blessings upon blessings to you. I see you next week. Bring a friend with you and come and hang out with me right here. Real Biz Life Live. It's your chief visionary saying see ya. And don't forget, if you are on the replay team, Put in that hashtag replay team in the chat room so I can show you some love already. All right? Come on, guys. Dirty remarks, one love. Always show one love. Yes? All right, guys. Be well. Get to work.